God damn it.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. And the truth will set you free.
Yeah, the headset sounds good too. It sounds better than a lot of times I do this.
Yeah, I got my gamer headset on. This is what I use when I yell at kids online.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's jump into it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Face the Truth. Man, I didn't sleep last night. I don't know. I've been having weird dreams. I had like haunting dreams last night. No joke. It was the weirdest thing all night long, like creepy things happening. And I didn't sleep. I don't know what's going on, but I got work to do. So I'm going to push through it. That's the way we do it. That's the way you got to hustle.
Right.
And, but you know what? My moods are a little bit better now because I get to talk to this guy. I love him. He's an amazing, funny comic in the Chicagoland area. And we actually are going to be doing a show together in January, which I'm really excited about. He's hilarious. He's funny. He's Just Jeff. Everyone, please welcome Just Jeff.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? What's going on, Jay?
How's it going, man? Thank you so much for doing this. This is awesome.
Man, thank you for having me on, man. You got me feeling like a real celebrity and stuff.
Well, you just wait, man. You just wait. Oh, man. No, seriously though, like I'm a little bit like tripping. I don't know what is going on with me, but I had the weirdest dreams last night, all night long. Terrible dreams. It was like I was being haunted. Like no joke, man. It was so strange.
Was I in any of them?
No. No, it was all things having to do with my house and my backyard. And one weird thing was there was all these rabbits my wife kept finding, and she kept putting rabbits in cages all over the place. Now,
What the hell?
yeah, that's a nightmare, man, for me.
That's weird.
Yeah. And then I went around. This is no joke. I went behind these steps, and I see this like little teeny baby like rabbit. And then like this like rug thing lifts up, and it's like a mama rabbit lifting the rug up and looking at me like, hey, we're trying to get some sleep right here. Then she grabs the baby and pulls it underneath the rug. Yeah.
Wow.
That was, and I don't smoke weed, man.
I mean, it feel like I smoked the weed and you got high. Like that's crazy. That's hilarious, man. Like maybe you got a litter coming. You're gonna have a litter of kids running around.
Oh
there.
man, too many. I already have too many. But anyways, that's a weird ass way to start a podcast.
Yes,
so how you doing, man? How's it
man,
going?
I'm good, man. Just chilling, trying to stay moving, stay motivated.
That's good. Yeah, you've been busy, man. And you got like we can talk about it as we go on, but you got some stuff coming up. I wanted to the thing about this podcast, what I try to do is it's mostly, if I can, make it about the art, the creation, the passion behind what doesn't matter what kind of art the person does. Obviously you're a comic, so there involves writing and performing and memorizing everything. There's a lot of aspects that come to it that people that don't do comedy don't understand and they don't get. So I thought maybe we'd start at the beginning with you. Like I was curious, when did it start for you, comedy? Like how old were you, and why? Like what led you to it?
On stage?
Yeah, or just in general,
I was always like a clown in general, just like always joking around, never took shit too serious. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Also. But I never took shit too serious. And then one day a friend of mine was like, she said, "Oh, you think you're so funny? Why don't you go and try and be a stand-up comedian?"
Yeah.
And I did. And that was 4 years ago.
That's
And
awesome.
It's like an addiction.
Yeah.
I basically got started on stage from a bet.
Yeah. That's kind of how I got started too, in a way. Yeah. But someone like mine was a little bit different, but I've told this before many times, but I don't know if I've told you, but Steve Byrne, he's a well-known comic, and I had him on the podcast, and we were talking comedy like crazy, and how much I've always wanted to do it. And he was just like, I'm tired of hearing about how much you want to do it. And then he was like, open 5 minutes for me at the show coming up. And I was like, what? And so that's how I got started. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then I got the same thing. Like I couldn't stop doing it after that.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
dope. You went right into a show. Like,
Yeah, it was scary, but it was an amazing experience, you know. But
I bet it was. What was the adrenaline like coming off of there?
well, man, when I first of all, it was a real show, like at the Chicago Improv, and
Right.
I didn't even know what it meant when people said, when do you want the light? I didn't even know what that meant. And so they had to explain that to me. That's how that's how new I was.
You was like, they give out lights here? This is awesome.
Yeah, was that like a lightsaber? No, but then I did my set, and I did really well, and I got laughs everywhere I wanted, and I got some bonus laughs, probably because I was so nervous. I was probably saying
Nice one.
crazy things. And that feeling when you get off stage, I go back to the green room and I just can't stop grinning. I'm just like,
Yeah,
like, holy shit. And
yeah.
then Steve
That's
came
it.
back there, and I was like, did you see it? Did you see? And he goes, yeah. He goes, it was pretty good. He goes, maybe next time, don't start with a masturbation joke. So, but then he asked me to come back the next 2 nights, and then I did 3 more nights with him a year later, or 2 years later, something like that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. But let's get back to you though. So your first time, you it was basically a bet, and what do you remember about the first? How much did you do? Did you do like a minute or 2 minutes? Or how much time?
It was like 4 minutes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
4 minutes.
And did you have it
Yeah.
like prepped already, or was it you just got up there and started saying
No,
shit?
I had like a week. I had a week to put it together. And
That's not much time though. For people who don't understand,
no, it's not.
it's not much time. No.
And I got about 4 minutes. Actually, like the last maybe minute was freestyle.
Yeah,
So out of that week, I probably got about 3 minutes of material.
yeah,
And then the last minute was freestyle. But I did pretty good. I did pretty
Yeah.
good. And like you said, you got off the stage, had that big juicy smile on your face and shit.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like that's what you're supposed to do. Like you
Yeah.
just like I'm home. Like
Yeah.
even if you have like, thankfully so far I haven't had a bad show. I've done well in every show I've done, but I've only done like maybe between 8 and 10 shows so far. The rest have all just been mics. So I've been doing well with the shows, but even when I feel like something tanks at a mic, I still love it. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm still like, whatever, like that's part
It's
of
hard.
it.
It's hard to get away from bad jokes.
Yeah.
Even if you think it's bad, but if other people think it's bad, it's still hard to get away from it.
Yeah.
Like I had some jokes that I had to let go unwillingly because I thought they was perfect, but nobody else did.
Yeah.
But I tried it like 700 times. Like, you got to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, because that's part of it. Like you feel like, no, there's something there, you know. There's like something there, you know, and
Yeah.
you're like, I know that's funny, but maybe I just haven't figured out the right way to say it yet, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try out. I've been working on this bit for a couple weeks now. I'm gonna try it again tonight, but it's like it's done well, but at the same time, it's like there's I feel like I still need to keep pushing it and developing and molding it, but it's just something that hilarious that happened to me, and like a dude next to me at a red light was sucking his thumb, like full on, like a grown ass man just sitting there sucking his thumb, and I didn't stop watching. I was like, I'm gonna wait.
He said I didn't stop watching.
Yeah. I was like watching the whole time, like I'm not looking away, man. And so I basically wrote like 5 minutes about it, and the reason I like it is because I like comedy where it's like set up punchline, but I also like comedy where it's like you're telling a funny story and you're throwing in little funny bits here and there in the story. And that's kind of what I want to try to do more of, but you need more than a couple minutes. You need time,
Time.
Yeah, and
And
that's a hard part.
you know what it is? Like when I do mine, I try and break mine down into 5-minute increments.
Yeah.
Like even if it's the same story, I break it down in 5-minute increments because that's basically about around the amount of time you're gonna get when you get up to the open mic.
Yeah.
So I learned to break my set down in 5-minute increments.
Yeah.
That might help you with that.
Yeah. And then even, well, that's what I'm doing actually. I am breaking it, like I'm making it like a 5-minute thing. But what I'm talking about is like, for example, this bit is coming together and I think it's really funny. And I since last week I've cleaned it up, I've taken out a lot and I've cleaned it up. And but if I want to go someplace where they only give you 3 minutes, it's just not going to work. And it's a bummer because I can't just shorten this up. That's what I mean about like some of
feel like you rush through it and stuff.
Yeah, it's like so that's why you got to have a bunch of little different kinds of bits and stuff and that kind of thing. But do you remember what your first joke was that you did?
Yeah.
You want to say it?
It's kind of long-winded, but that's why I say that's why I named my entertainment company Keep It Short and Funny, because my jokes used to be like 8 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be talking for 7 minutes and 48 seconds to get a laugh.
That's awesome, man.
But my first joke, it was pretty cool. It was right around Trump had just got elected, and I was like, I pointed out a guy. I was like, you voted for Trump. I almost voted for Trump. I was this close to voting for Trump until he said he was going to build a wall to block off Mexico. I tweeted him and I said, do you know what the fuck that's going to do to the cocaine prices?
Yeah.
That was my first joke, and that sent the whole club up right there.
That's great. That's good, man.
I just went on about it, and that was my first set right there. And where I'm from, Aurora, Illinois, it's a big Latino community out here.
Yeah.
So that joke really went over well.
That's funny. My mind went to, you gonna fuck with people's Mexican food,
Right.
Like, they're gonna take away tacos. Like, what, are you crazy? But then you go to cocaine.
I got a piece in there too. I was like, 3 of my favorite restaurants are Mexican restaurants. I was like, you got Jalisco Tacos, it's Jalisco's.
Yeah.
El Burrito Loco, and that Burger King on New York and Farnsworth. Like, it's filled with Mexicans. Like, I walked in there, I think I smelled chorizo cooking.
Yeah, that's great, man. That Burger King.
Thank you.
That's funny. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
I love that kind of misdirect stuff. That's good.
Yeah, that was my first one, and it's on YouTube actually. Or Keep It Short and Funny on YouTube, man. And that right there, and the thing about it, I didn't know that most of the people in there were comedians.
Oh yeah.
And
like the first time.
Yeah, it was my first time ever. I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I learned. So before I did my first thing with Steve, I had 5 months to prepare, and it took me 5 months to come up with 5 minutes that I felt were like, it's hard, man. It's hard to like I
let off with a masturbation joke.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny about that? What happened is that so I don't know how we can get into this. Would be cool to talk about, but about writing process, because like for me, it's different now for me than it was when I first started. Like now things feel so much more organic, and it just like I kind of think in material. Like I can kind of just think about something and just talk about it, and I think I can make it funny. But at first I felt like I was trying to force funny, and I was thinking too hard I was trying to write funny. And now I realize, and even before the show I realized, oh wait a minute, when things just pop into my head naturally and it's funny, or if I'm talking with some friends and I make them laugh, write that shit down, because there's something there, and then from that I start to build it. And the masturbation joke, what happened was one day I was sitting down in my studio, and I was like getting frustrated because I only had a couple bits that I thought were good, and I was just like, I don't know, man. And I was getting stressed out because time is ticking, and it was getting closer and closer to. It was only a couple weeks, I think, before I had to do the show, and I still didn't feel like I had all the material. And then one day, I just start laughing so hard by myself. I just had this thought in my mind. I remembered something that happened from my childhood with my brother and I having to do with masturbation, and I just lost my shit. I started laughing so hard because you know, like something you forgot about, and then all of a sudden you remember, and it's so funny. I was crying, and I was like, "Holy shit! If this is making me laugh this hard, there's got to be something here that's gonna make a crowd laugh." And that's what that's what I did, and I still do the joke, but now it's better than it was then. Like I've reinforced it more now.
They call it putting legs on it. You put legs on it.
Oh yeah, it's got legs now. Those legs are spread. Those legs are spread. Like,
that's funny as hell. Look, and it's crazy because like that 5-minute skit, my 5-minute skit with the Donald Trump and the cocaine thing, that turned into a 40-minute special.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, man, it turned into a 40-minute special. It was pretty good.
Where did you do that at?
West Chicago.
Oh, that's awesome.
At Cairo Ale House. You know, I produce my own show, so
yeah,
can't anybody tell me when to get off the stage.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's the way to do it, man.
When you produce your own show, you know, that was the first time my headline was at my own show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the idea I've had about starting a show is like, hey man, I want to do my own stuff, man. I want more time. I want, and then I figured, hey, and I'm going to invite my friends comics I know are good, and it's going to be it's going to be an awesome show. It's going to be a great party.
That show's going to be dope.
It's going to be awesome. So, I remember I was going to tell you too, like, when I was naturally, the first things that came to my mind when I first started was like religious shit. Because I have like experience with that kind of a thing, and there's a lot that I think is funny about religion, but I also don't want to piss people off. I wanted to say stuff that people could relate to, and think it's funny, but everything that I said was that it was first writing was so biting, right. And it's funny because it's true, but it was
offensive.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, the first minute I ever wrote, and I didn't do it at the Steve show, because I only went to 2 mics before Steve, so that's I only did yeah. So I was like, and those went
ballsy.
Those went well, but the thing I learned from those was, all right, let's just take those jokes out.
Yeah,
I don't think that's gonna work. But my first joke ever was about how God squirted himself into a 12-year-old girl without her permission. And if anyone
I think I heard that.
Yeah, if anyone had the right to have an abortion, it was Mary, and she should have done it.
I think I remember that, but it's a jaw dropper. I remember you doing that.
And I said, and then it ends by saying, yeah, and she should do it because it would save the man upstairs from having to do it himself 33 years later. So that was like my first minute, basically, and people were like half the people were like, oh shit, and then the other half were like, oh no.
Yeah.
I kind of got my feelings hurt.
I think when you did that at CG, I was in the one in the crowd laughing like, oh, because I look at it from a comedic standpoint. This coming from the dude that said coronavirus made Dwayne Wade's son gay.
It's like, I think that for me, I look at it that way too, where it's like, I'm trying to make people think and laugh at the same time. Like, yeah, because, basically that joke is deconstructing, the narrative of what Christianity is, but it's also true and funny, but people don't want to look into that shit. They want to just pretend everything's hunky dory. No one talks about Mary. No one asked Mary permission. They just,
that is true. Like, here, this baby is yours. It's my son. Name him Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
It did. He was a cold one because he ain't pay no child support. He ain't take care of the kid. Nothing.
Yeah. Joseph was there though.
That's funny. I see something on Facebook. It was like, okay, so you guys believe that God got Mary pregnant and he was her father, and she gave birth to Jesus and he was her father.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of sick, twisted shit is this? And I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit back.
Were you at the one? I did another one. So I kind of pulled back with the religious stuff. I've got a bunch of them in the chamber.
Uh-huh.
That if I have, a bigger set, I might throw some in there for fun, But I have enough material now that I'm playing with. But I had this one I did at CG's that I basically said like religion confuses me. There's a lot of confusion I have about religion. Like, like this Jesus guy, everyone says he's cool and everything, and and they say he's the son of God, but he's God at the same time, which means like he created everything. Like he created everything we know and understand and see. He made that. So that means he invented the light bulb. And no, I mean, he invented the eyeball. That's what I said. The eyeball. He invented that. And then he sent himself to earth to heal the blind. How does that make any sense? Like,
That's hilarious.
and I was like imagine buying a George Foreman grill and the thing doesn't work. It never works right. And then George Foreman himself has to come to your house to fix it.
Pops up at your house.
Yeah, it was something like that. But I thought it was funny, but a lot of people were like, that's not funny.
Yeah. That's why I kind of like
Talk about my Jesus.
I kind of stopped with the because I don't got no problem with the LGBT or even the Qs,
Yeah.
but I had a lot of gay jokes, but it's not the right culture for them, and they're not bad gay jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, one of them is. I'm not gonna do that one.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, that's the thing about comedies. It's like, it's always about trying to push the line, and you're trying to be funny, but you're also trying to push the line. You want that's what what gives you the edge and what will separate you, and you test the waters. You don't know sometimes you're like, I don't know if this is funny or offensive. To me, it makes me laugh, and you don't know until you say it, and then sometimes you say it and you're like, oh, okay, now that I said it, I realize I didn't mean it that way.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I've said jokes and I was like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Like but I've never repeated them again.
Yeah.
Like I actually got the one with Dwayne Wade's son on camera. It's on somebody's live and it's all over Facebook. So when I get Kevin Hart level, I'm gonna get canceled for at least 3 weeks off that joke.
You're already prepared. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take 2 swipes on my. They're gonna be like, okay, let me see. Hold on. 1 swipe, 2 swipes on my page. They're gonna be like, oh, we canceled everything about this motherfucker right here.
But see, here's the thing. I've gotten in talks with people about this, like citizens, okay, non-comics, if you will. And I've had conversations with people like, there are certain things that you just shouldn't talk about, that you can't talk about. And like, that's not true. Everything is funny. Everything can be funny. And they're like, well, do you think the Holocaust is funny? It's like, no, I don't think the Holocaust is funny, but you can write a funny joke about the Holocaust.
I've seen Jewish comedians make jokes about the Holocaust.
Oh yeah, but you should be able to talk about anything and everything. People are, well, why? Why do you need to talk about that? You don't understand comedy, obviously. You don't understand the art of it. It's like, that's our job. That's the whole point, is for us to talk about things that you're uncomfortable talking about because you're thinking it in your head, but you're too much of a pussy to be able to say it yourself. Right. And we're going to say it and we make you laugh. And there's a whole, it's just funny when you get in those kind of talks with people, like there's certain people I know now. I don't talk to them about my jokes or my comedy or anything ever. It's like, that's, you can come to a show if you want, but I'm not going to explain myself. If I made the crowd laugh, I did my job. Right.
Yeah. If once you get to explaining your joke, it's not a joke no more.
Yeah. I'm not going to explain it. Yeah. Like people have gotten offended at I have a pronoun joke, but it's not. I think you might have heard it before, but I'm not gonna do it on this. But basically, it's nothing against people in their pronouns. It's I made a joke out of the way it sounds, and it has nothing. There's nothing offensive about it to anybody that would. But my point is people will find something to be offended about it. Like you can't even talk about pronouns because you're a straight white male. So you have you can't talk. What are you talking about? I have pronouns too. Like,
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard being a white guy these days. Like real talk. Like y'all can't do nothing. Y'all had y'all run though. Y'all
yeah,
had y'all run.
yeah,
But y'all
it's
shit,
been a while.
it has come to a screeching halt.
But you know what? I
Like
don't care. Like, I'm still gonna be me, and I'm still gonna do what I'm doing. I'm still respectful
that's
to everybody.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, like you got to know your place. You know.
Yeah, no, like and not like listen, I've seen your comedy. I love your comedy.
Thanks,
And
man.
your shit is line pushing. The Alec Baldwin, soon as it happened, that was amazing.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
And like it's line pushing in, but you wouldn't be a good comic if you wasn't up there doing your pussy joke.
yeah.
I think I counted. You said pussy like 300 times in 3 minutes. Like it was awesome.
Yeah,
But I
paying for
loved every
pussy.
minute of it.
Yeah,
Look, I'm laughing, and I'm just looking around at all the people's face, and everybody that's not laughing was just like, they had bad pussy. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like they had no idea what good pussy was. It was awesome, and I'm laughing my heart out. I'm laughing the loudest in there.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, and again, like that bit that you're talking about, the paying for pussy bit, I do that kind of stuff. That's what I like about your stuff too, is you can tell like it's real. It's like from experience. I'm not making anything up. It's all my truth. And
It
that's
might
what,
be exaggerated,
yeah,
but it's
exaggerate
true.
a little bit, but it's like,
Hmm.
this is really how I feel and how I think. And this is what makes me laugh. So maybe it'll make you laugh. I don't know. That's what you can tell when you go see guys. You can tell when they're forcing things or they're making things up,
Yeah.
but like if you're up there, like I've been having a hard time with my teenage daughters, a really rough run the last year, and so I've been trying to write some things about it, nothing that would make them feel weird, but it's my own personal like pain, and if
Right.
and if I can like throw that out there and make people laugh, but that's what I can do because that's my truth,
Right.
um
And you know me, my oldest daughter, she just turned 20. She just had a baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations, grandpa.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome, man.
But I mean, it's rough with teenagers, period. Girl, boy,
Yeah.
teenage dogs. Hell, it is rough. Like, cause they coming into their own, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And they think you trying to stop them from doing everything they love, but the only thing you trying to stop them from doing is killing themselves or
Yeah.
injuring themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And my thing is, I ain't know the best father in the world. Maybe like 1A, 1B best father in the world. You know what I'm saying? But like I talk to my kids a lot, and I like sit down literally and tell them like, listen, daughter, I know you're gonna have a boyfriend. Just come to me about it. I'm not gonna get mad while you're around. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm gonna go in the room and punch the wall. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get mad. Just let me know, because I'd rather I know than not know. If you want to smoke weed, let me know, because you're gonna
Exactly.
smoke at home
Hmm.
where I can sit here and watch you tweak and laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? Then I have
Yeah.
some of these fucking kids put some angel dust or some shit in your blunt and fuck you up forever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I let
Yeah.
them know, don't do coke, don't do crack, don't do heroin, don't do prescription pills. You know what I'm saying? Don't even drink. Drinking's fucked up. But
Yeah.
you just keep talking. I try and drill it into my kid. And then when they don't listen, then you beat their ass.
Yeah,
And
man.
it worked for me. My daughter, she didn't. A lot of kids getting pregnant at 15, 16. My daughter had her first baby at 20.
Yeah.
My and my other daughter, she's gonna be 17, but she an honor student. You
Oh,
know what
that's
I'm saying?
awesome. Yeah.
She could have been in college, but I didn't want her to get too ahead of herself. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather her be around kids her age. I don't want her to grow up too fast.
Yeah. No, that's true. My father-in-law bought me a punching bag. And I'm gonna get it hooked up soon in my garage. So I'm gonna be getting into that shit. So like you said, you go in the room and punch the walls. I got a lot of punching to do, man.
Yeah,
I'm
instead of
I'm like ready for it.
instead of you like being like, oh yeah, daughter, don't date that dude. He's a dick. I let my daughter date that little asshole.
Yeah.
And then when he broke her heart, I was like, see, I was gonna tell you, but I didn't want you to be like, oh dad, you just hate.
Yeah.
And that was her first little boyfriend. And ever since then we got a rapport. She'd be like, Dad, what you think about this dude? I'd be
Yeah.
like, he seems like a good kid, but such and such. And then she'll see it happen and she's like, yeah, Dad, you was right. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you nothing just because I don't like the little kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't like any boy that my daughter brings home,
Yeah,
regardless of who.
exactly. I remember
I don't.
my she's 18 now, but she with her first boyfriend that she liked, I told her, I gave her rules. I said, listen, you're not dating anybody unless I get to meet them and know who they are. And I said, so if you like this guy, invite him over, we'll get some pizza, we'll watch a movie, but I want to meet him. And so she did that. And the entire time that they were there, this guy had his arms all over her. He did a bunch of things that were like, I felt were really disrespectful and also
Like he
ballsy,
was testing you. He was testing you.
like ballsy in front of the dad. And
Mhm.
and here's the thing, I'm a big dude covered in tattoos. I'm like, what is going through your mind, dude? Like, who do you like? How in the world? I don't know. It was really weird.
Like,
But here's what
I
happened.
look like I committed several felonious assaults, and you gonna hug my daughter in
Yeah,
front of me?
he was all over her, like had his arm, and I was just like sitting there, like. But here's the
Mhm.
thing, I didn't want to embarrass her, and
Right.
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give her my peace of mind when he leaves. So when he left, I told her, I said, listen, I wanted to kick this little dude's ass, but he was disrespectful to do that in front of the father and all these different things. I'm telling you, this guy, you can't trust him, and he's gonna break your heart. I told her straight up, that's my opinion of this guy. And she was upset or whatever. But then a couple weeks later, she caught the guy in school kissing another girl,
Mhm.
and oh, he's a big jerk, and daddy, you were right, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah. And after that, she was more like letting me know
Open.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
why I say let him fall, but help him up.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't let him fall hard
Yeah.
or
No.
far, but
Yeah.
you let him fall and you help him back up because we getting older. We can't. Our backs is bad. We can't get down that far anymore. You know what
Oh
I'm
man.
saying? So you don't let them fall far, but you let them fall enough so they can see, like this ain't what you want, and we
Dude,
know.
you and I are about the same age. Like
27?
yeah, something like that. And man, I know I'm getting old now because I had to rake my yard a couple times to get all these freaking leaves, and I thought I got hit by a truck from just raking the yard. Like my whole body is like sore, my arms, my back. I'm like, I come in the house, I'm
Yes.
dripping sweat, and I'm like, my wife's like, what happened to you? I'm like, just raking the yard. I'm like, I look like I got in a fight with someone. Like just,
She like, I'm
oh,
going to get you a blower. Fuck this.
oh, dude, oh, yeah,
It's
it was.
hilarious though.
And dude, and then
It's like
my
that.
yeah, and I did my front yard, and I was so proud of it. It looked so good. The next day, the neighbors hired a guy to leaf blow their yard and do their gutters, and they blew their leaves into my yard. I covered my yard with leaves again. Oh, super
I would
pissed
have
off.
been pissed.
And the neighbors weren't there. They went away for a couple weeks, so I couldn't say anything. I don't even know them that well, but I had to rake my front yard again. The whole time, just like son of a fucking mother, just like raking that shit. Oh, it was so annoying, man.
I would have been like that old man on that Facebook video I seen. No, this is your snow from your property on my lawn. I
Yeah,
just shoveled my.
yeah. Oh,
They was fucking with that old man. They was shoveling and they I guess he had did his and they shoveled all they snow back onto his property. And he flipped out. They had him arguing with him online and they put it online. It was pretty funny.
that's hilarious. Um, oh, this is funny. I just realized I'm not recording on my Zoom, but I am on this, so that's good. Um, just want to make sure how much time we've got here. We've done almost 40 minutes already. Holy crap.
Oh,
That's
no, we
amazing.
was a little late too.
Okay.
Yeah, we was a little late.
Anyways, before we're all over the place, but that's okay. This is fun, man. Um, I want to ask you this. So, what hurts worse, getting kicked in the balls or bombing on stage?
Definitely getting kicked in, bombing on stage.
Yeah.
Bombing on stage. Yeah, that hurt.
It's a one of those things. I think that it's hard to explain. It'll ruin the next couple of days. You might be ruined
until you go back and do it again
Yeah,
and do better.
yeah,
If you bomb twice, just throw that shit in the garbage.
yeah,
But no, definitely bombing. Bombing hurts.
yeah,
Ouch. And you think about it, and you blame everything from you to the people in the crowd. You blame everything.
yeah.
Like I bombed one night at have you heard my white slave joke?
Your wife's leg joke?
No, white slave.
Oh,
See? Yeah.
your wife's leg to white slave. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I don't know if I've heard that.
Yeah, I gotta sing that bit.
All right.
But listen, look, and you laughing, right? And it always works. Like,
Yeah,
oh, this is gonna sound so racist, but it never it don't work as well with black crowds.
yeah,
It's like they got a little white person in their pocket that they don't want to offend. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But it kills like in all the predominantly white places I do it, it kills every time. I never had nobody come off stage be like, "You racist motherfucker," except
yeah,
for when I'm at black. They're like, "You really don't like white people, huh?" I'm like, "No, I never said that."
yeah.
Excuse me, Jay. I gotta wipe my nose real quick.
All right, no worries, man.
I could feel a little run. It's not a cocaine drip, people. It is not a cocaine drip.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's funny. I can relate to that a little bit because like one of the first times I started doing mics, like after my Steve Burns show, I was going to my buddies, and Dario was hosting at the time, and almost every time I went there, I was like one of the only white guys to be there, and I'm fine. It doesn't matter to me. But the thing is it started to get a little uncomfortable when almost every single comic that was up there was slinging hate at like white jokes. It was like, and I'm like, dude, I'm right here. And it's like white guy this and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, shit. And then I remember getting up there and I started to feel nervous because I'm like, man, I don't think anybody likes me here. I don't have a really good
like I feel like I'm the white guy they're talking about. Like,
yeah. But then my set was going really well. I think it was only 4 minutes. I think it was a 4-minute set. And my end joke was a Bill Cosby joke. And
nice one.
and it was crazy because it was going well so far. And then at the end, I'm talking about Jesus watching us, like, and that's what the whole bit was about. My dad caught me masturbating when I was a kid and told me I better be a good boy because Jesus is always watching. And I was like, why would he want to watch that? That's just weird, man. I did this whole thing about Jesus watching. And then I get to this part where I kind of slow down a little bit and I go, do you think Jesus was watching when Bill Cosby? And I couldn't even continue because as soon as I said Bill Cosby, the whole place was like, no. I could hear Dario yelling, no. They're like, don't. And people are saying, don't you finish that. Don't finish. And I'm like, well, I got to finish it. I just started the joke. And the joke ends not how people thought. I don't know what they thought, but I kind of have a misdirection. And you could feel the relief in the crowd, and everyone was like, oh, they're laughing and clapping. And I had a little bit more I was going to do. And I'm like, no, I'm walking out on that one. And that's it.
That's good though. But that's low key how the white slave joke goes. Like I just walk up and I'll be like, I want a white slave. And people like, oh, what the fuck? And they always look at the white people in the room like, and I'd be like, oh, and I double down real quick when there's white people there. I'd like, I want a white slave. I mean, a white friend. I want a white friend.
Yeah. Oh, I think I have heard this actually. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'd be like, you got to treat them. It's a whole lot more into
Yeah.
that one. That one get pretty deep. You know what I'm saying? But I cleaned it up. You know what I'm saying? At the end, I'd be like, I fuck with white people. You know what I'm saying? They cool. And then I talk about the Black Lives Matter and how they was there and all that shit.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I come right in with the white slave. They're like, what the fuck? Like this dude tripping. But then I take it there, and then how I flip it with the Kunta Kinte. You remember that all that bullshit. So and I done had white people come up to me. It's like, yo, that's a good fucking joke. Like I love that. Like the whole thing right there is awesome. and I did that on the Michael Collier morning show, and that set right there got me to where I'm at now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah,
that'll
see, that's the thing. I think like you shouldn't be afraid to like. I mean, it's a touchy subject. Obviously, race is like a super touchy thing. But like, I think if you can,
off limits for white dudes. Y'all fucked
yeah,
up. They took everything from y'all. That's y'all can't do no racist jokes. That sucks. They frown on everything y'all do.
I don't know. Like, I think that we can, I think that you can. You just have to be smart about it. Like
Right.
I have one bit that I wanted to do that I've never done yet, but I thought it would be funny to like be like, why is it that black people are just always so awesome at sports or something? Just like
That's hilarious.
just kind of
That's
like,
hilarious.
because when you're saying why are black people, all people are like, what is he gonna say? Like,
That's good. I like that. How you broke it down and everything. That's pretty funny.
because like
It's even funnier coming from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect that type of shit though, because you know me, I play a lot on the stereotypes and shit like that.
yeah.
And I do more than, you know what I'm saying, just black stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? I play on everybody's stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? Because if they wasn't stereotypes, they wouldn't be funny. Then it
Yeah,
wouldn't be
and
funny.
I think it's healthy. That's the thing is, it drives me crazy how everyone wants to shut everyone down all the time, and you can't say this and you can't say that because you're going to offend people. And it's like, dude, you're causing more division. We should be able to talk about these things freely, as long as it's love, man. Like it's not, as long as it's not like some hateful shit. It's
Yeah.
like you should be able to joke about certain things. Like, dude, this isn't even a joke, but this is something I just thought of that you might think is funny. You know that movie American History X?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw that movie in Uptown in the Davis Theater with a 90% black crowd.
Oh yeah, that's like very horrible decision.
Yeah, I didn't know, like I didn't know what the movie was really, except that I liked the actor.
Yeah, Ken Norton almost got you killed, or the
Dude.
kid from Terminator.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sitting at that movie theater, and I remember like kind of sinking in my chair, like, oh shit, like, and it was bad, like that scene where he curbs that dude on the sidewalk and
Oh
shit.
my god, that was tragic.
And it's so that was, it was nerve wracking. I mean, I was like nervous to walk out that theater. I was just like,
I know. Look, bad joke, but at the end when they killed the white kid, you was like, you know what? I just might make it.
like
They got their revenge.
it's like, oh, at least there's some redemption.
Thank you, God.
Yeah. Oh my
'Cause I was
gosh.
trying to figure out how the fuck I was gonna get out of here. They might
Dude.
let me leave after that.
Oh my gosh. It was
That's hilarious.
yeah, and I started feeling like even more self-conscious because here I'm a white guy covered in tattoos, and I had like a white t-shirt on, so it's like a contrast. And I'm like wearing jeans and boots. I'm like, dude, I look like those motherfuckers.
Like, dress like these niggas.
Yeah. I'm like, I should have
They
wore
are gonna kill me.
a turtleneck to this shit. Like, God damn. That was nerve. And I walked there from my house because I lived in Uptown. I'm like, I gotta walk back.
Good
Oh,
thing you
man.
ain't pull up in the van like Buddy
Oh yeah.
that was singing the
Jesus.
real racist song while he was driving down the street. I can't remember. Dude from Everybody. My name
dude.
is Earl. What's his name?
Yeah, he's like driving
You
that.
know what I'm talking about?
I think he was singing about
those niggers and this and
well,
that.
I think he was
like,
singing. Wasn't it like? I think he was singing about the Jews or something like that.
yeah,
like,
yeah. He
there's
said
a
something
lot
about
of-
everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
there's-
was like the Jews, the Mexicans,
Dude.
everybody just went down the list.
It's crazy. Like as a white guy, that stuff makes me so uncomfortable. I've never met another white guy that was like anything like that. They would creep me out. You know what I mean? But like, dude, there's some uncomfortable things that have happened that you like. I lived in Uptown, right? So, like when obviously I'm not gonna say the N word. But when my 18-year-old daughter, when she was a baby, she was like, I think she was maybe 1 and maybe 1.5. No, she was about 1, just starting to form the words and everything. I used to wrestle around and tickle her, and I go tickle, 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 tickle. Well, she started doing that, but she would say the N word. Like,
She would say, nickel, nickel, nickel.
uh.
Oh, she was like, nicka, nicka, nicka.
Yeah. And one time we were at Chipotle's, and of course, there's this nice black family sitting right next to us, and she starts going, starts saying it, and I'm like, shh. And again, here's the white guy with the white t-shirt and the tattoos, and this black family's like, oh, we see how this is, I'm like, no. And then she did it another time at Target, again, next to a nice black family in line at Target, and she's yelling. I'm like, she's a little racist, baby. like it's not like I didn't teach her to say this, but she was trying to say tickle, tickle, tickle,
Right.
Oh my God.
She wanted to tickle you at some of the weirdest fucking times. Like,
yeah. And then there was this time
like,
we were in a black church. No, I'm just kidding. Why are you going to black church?
like, you know what, this is starting to become a pattern. Like,
Yeah.
are you just going around black people tickling your baby, sir? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. No, I like to play the tambourine. Okay.
And he was like, come on, baby, let's go to the Million Man March. That's what we're doing this year.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, that's a true story though, man. This is like,
that's hilarious.
Holding your mouth like, shh, sorry. Oh.
For like my oldest, she was discriminatory toward fat white people.
Yeah.
It wasn't her fault or mine. It was Mike Myers' fault because he fucking had fat bastard.
Oh yeah.
And she was mad young, and it was a big white dude coming down the aisle, and I seen her running to him. So I ducked off because she was running down the aisle. So I ducked off, and I'm watching her, and she run up to him, and she look at him, and her whole face just dropped, and she was like, "No, he's gonna eat me," and took off running.
He's gonna.
And like she used to be like, "Look, just random fat people. Look, Dad, this fat bastard." I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, she gonna get me beat up or ate."
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Like, we are both small. We are snacks to this person. I'm sorry, sir. Like, she watched it, and they laughed though, because it's a 2-year-old calling him fat bastard. It was like the most hilarious shit in the world.
And then whenever she tried to tickle you, she'd be like, cracker, cracker, cracker. Right in your armpits. Cracker, cracker.
No, they just go right out with it, be like, hunky, hunky, hunky.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy though. Like, we could say the N word, the gays could say the F word, but the white folks can't say cracker.
What, cracker?
Yeah, I heard somebody got mad at another white person for calling them a cracker.
I mean, to be honest, there's not like I don't think there's a white slam word that really is offensive, or like when I hear someone say cracker, I just think it's funny. Like, it doesn't. It's like,
me too. I thought it was hilarious. When I went to Florida, they used to be like that. Like, black folks be like, "What's up, my nigga?"
Yeah.
These
like
white kids out there who used to be like, "What's up, my cracker?"
Yeah. And
I was like,
what's funny about that is that comes from the term from the slave days of, a whip cracker. So if you're going to call a white guy a cracker and it's supposed to be hurtful, it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
That's what somebody tried to tell me.
Sounds silly.
Like, oh, it comes from when slaves used to say the whip used to crack. I was like, oh, well, for me, it comes from saltines, motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, you just look like a white tasty snack. You look like you'd be good with some. You look like you'd be good with some Philadelphia cream cheese and some salami.
But you in some soup and make it get all soggy.
Yeah, you cracker.
You stupid. The way you say it is so much better. It sounds like I left off the fire part of firecracker. Like, it don't even sound offensive when I say it, but when you say it, I'm offended. Like, oh my God, sir, can't say that out here.
You got to say it with conviction.
You can't drop C-bombs out here, sir. We don't do that around here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like the C word too, by the way. That's a good one. That's a funny thing too, is I did one. I have a joke where I use the C word, but I actually would say it, but then Then I ended up changing it now to where I say the C word at the beginning because it has a bigger payoff, because the payoff of it is that I was told that my ex-wife heard that I said that I called her the C word and all this other things. And then the punchline to it is, and I was like, no, because, basically I say like something like, she thinks I called her the C word and a cocksucking coronavirus riddled bitch. Now that's bullshit, because I didn't say anything about coronavirus. Okay.
That's way too many consecutive C's for me anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too many. There's too many C's. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But the first time I did it, I yelled the you called me a cunt, and I yelled at people in the crowd. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, that word is very rough.
I know, it's funny.
White women hate that word.
You know what's funny? I went to, like, I think it was 2010. Somewhere around then, I went to Australia for work. It was really cool, man. They flew me there, and I was a part of this art show stuff. And but oh my gosh, that everyone uses that word in every sentence. Like, it's insane. The women are using that word like constantly. It was crazy, man.
It's
it was
rough over there. I've seen it like they'd be like, you cut.
Oh, that's how you say mate or buddy. They call each other cunts all the time.
That's crazy. That's the weirdest shit I ever seen in my life.
And I was like shocked by it, and I was like, dude, that's in America. That's way worse than fuck. I mean, I don't know why it is. I don't know why. It's really funny how we words are so powerful. You know what I mean? And as a comic, you're writing things like, I'm trying to like work on cleaner stuff so I can do more shows that, they want you to do clean. And so I try to clean it up a little bit more, but every once in a while, there's just a word that's so tasty, and it's just a noise that comes out of our face, but we put so much meaning to it. And then we give certain words so much power, and it's like, I have to say that word, because that word is why this is so funny. It's like a beat in poetry. Like, if I take out this one word, the poem doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I got two of them. It's motherfucker and nigga. I had to dial back on both of them, because neither one of those are acceptable in the church.
Because you were doing your bits at church.
No, but I'm just preparing for clean comedy, because there'd be places that be like, oh man, you can you do clean? Like, my whole slave joke, it was clean the first time I did it. Like, I didn't cuss in it or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I did it on a Michael Collier show, and it's a morning show, so you can't cuss.
Yeah.
I think I said hell one time. I was
Which,
like,
again, why is that a cuss word? Hell? It's a fictional place that you whack jobs made up. It's just a word, and it's okay to say heck.
Right.
Like, what's the difference? It's ridiculous. Hell is a place, supposedly. Why can't we say the word?
Right. Even if you don't use it in that like that, or subject, whatever context. I'd be high. You just see me smoke the weed. But even if you don't use it like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hell. But that ain't bad. Like, it's the churches, they go, you say fuck.
Yeah.
At church, it's over with. They got damn in the Bible.
Yeah. And ass. Again.
I was gonna say ass too, but I was gonna let you do that one. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, because why? What's wrong with these? There's nothing wrong with damn or ass. Those are just words. Are you there?
Yeah, I got a call.
Okay.
Scam likely.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny how people put so much on words. It's like there's a bit that Louis C.K. does about the N-word, and I think it's so funny. He got away with it, but it's so funny because I relate to it so much. Where like I like a lot of hip hop music, but I don't go around singing the words because I'm a white guy, but I like it. And the bit that Louis C.K. has is he's like, hey, I'm not racist. I don't hate anybody. he goes, I like that word. I think it sounds cool. Like I wish I could go up to my friends and be like, what's up? You know, and say, because he's like I'm like Starbucks ordering a coffee and I want to order my coffee and go, yeah, I want a latte, my blah blah, you know. But the way he does it is so funny because it's like he's like, you know, I just think it's a cool sounding word. It sounds cool. I like the way it sounds. He's like, but I can't say it, obviously. But he's saying it while he's doing it. He's saying it.
I gotta look that up because I'm sure it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, it is. I think it might be his first or second special. It's earlier. But he actually got away with saying that. He said it a lot actually. In his last special that just came out after everything he went through.
With it masturbating on a tree and shit.
Oh yeah.
Vigorously.
But he comes out and like he says the F word and I mean he really, but he does it in a way. He's so good at how he sets everything up that he gets away with things that you're like, how did he get away with that?
Because there's no malice intent behind it. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like fucking Kramer.
Yeah, that
when keeping it real goes wrong.
Oh yeah, that's painful to listen to, man. Have you heard Chappelle's bit about that?
Yeah. That's
like,
what made me think about it.
I wish I would have been there.
Me too, dude. It was crazy. A white dude did that at Riddles, and then was like, he used the old, well, you guys call each other the N word. I was like, okay, he's gonna get murdered. Like,
yeah, oh my God.
You are on the South Side, sir.
Yeah.
Dude, he was there with about he was there with like 4 other white people too. I was like, you just endanger all day lives. Like people comedians got up and was like, cause he go, oh yeah, something N word, and then everybody's like, what? And he was like, well, y'all call each other the N word all the time, but he didn't say N word. He said nigga. He was like, y'all call each other nigga all the time. He was like, why can't I say it? Everybody was like, man, you shouldn't do that here. He was like, no, okay, I get off of it. He was like, but I like black women. I go up to him and be like, hey, what's up, sister girl? And he was like, you might as well call, dude, a black comic, like, you might as well say, what's up, nigger, bitch? I was like, oh my God, he's gonna die when he leaves
Oh
here.
my God.
I was like,
so stupid. How young? How was he super young?
Like, no, he was an older white dude.
Oh God.
And it was another dude that was young that did it. I get to that one in a second. But he was like, and he was intent on getting his stuff off. And he was like, yeah. So I walked up to him and was like, hey, what's up, sister girl? And this like that. And it was just sounded real like, motherfucker, you racist. You lying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't never talked to no black girl. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not like that. Because she'd be like, get your racist ass away from me calling me sister girl. Who the fuck?
Yeah, we're not in church.
You feel me?
You can't say sister.
You are not part of her sorority, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's insane. That's a crazy person.
Yeah, no, dude. Everybody walked out. All the black comics walked out. Only people that was in there was the 4 white people that came with them.
Oh God.
And they looked so scared.
Yeah, they should be. I mean,
motherfuckers was really out there in the parking lot, like contemplating. I'm like, dude, y'all really not gonna do nothing to this dude. Like, y'all gonna go fuck to jail. Like, regardless of anything, there's cameras all over here. Y'all better leave this man alone. And he talked to the dude that ran that night, and dude walked him and his white friends out to the car. Like, he had to walk them out. I was like, that's crazy. Like, you just really put your life in danger.
So stupid.
Over a joke that did not work.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
And it's a young dude named Zoo Nigga. You heard of him? Yeah, he went up in there. His last name is Zoo Nigga.
What?
Yeah.
That's really his name? Like, that's what do you mean? That's how like, that's his actual name, or is that his stage name?
That's his name. It's something Zuniga.
Oh my gosh.
Some shit like that. So he goes up there and he goes on the Zoo Nigga rant.
Wait, this is a white guy?
I want to say like maybe white Latino mix, maybe. Zuniga sound like some over the water shit.
Wait a minute.
You know the kid.
I think I remember once Kyle, I think was like, I'm too afraid to say his name. Well, please welcome the next comic on stage.
That's
Like
him. Zoo
yeah.
nigga.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I do remember him. Like, that's his
I
name.
told you you'll remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you?
And he went, it was pretty funny. It's all about how you do it.
Yeah, and he can say it 'cause that's his name. Like,
But his name is not Zoo nigga. But I thought it was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I'm a zoo nigga. I was like, wait, did he just say he a zoo nigga? This nigga out the zoo, he a gorilla? That's what he's saying?
Oh
Like,
my
what is he
God.
saying? Like,
Oh shit.
but his shit was hilarious. And he walks in riddles with his head held high. I've never seen that other guy in riddles again.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what I'm saying? It's all about how you do it. But Zoo nigga, he funny. That was the funniest thing about his whole set that I can remember was his last name. And every time I see him, I'd be like, "What's up, my Zoo nigga?"
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
Shout out Zoo nigga. I just seen him recently at Riddles last week. I'm gonna say I seen him at Riddles last week, and he did this bit like months ago.
that's hilarious, man. Yeah, it's a fine line to walk, man. Like, but like I said, I think as a comic, you should be able to talk about everything, but that's the trick. How like you know, like you know, it's funny. Like I'll run something by you real quick, and then I have a question. I want to talk about your upcoming show real quick. But I was driving the other day, and this is how bits form for me. Sometimes I was driving, and I see this car, and I'll tell you the evolution of this. So this car is driving in front of me, and the bumper sticker says, "I'm not drunk. I have MS." And right away, I'm like, and right next to that sticker was a baby on board sticker. And I'm like, so my mind's starting to go right. I'm like, this is a fucking joke right here. I got a joke. This woman gave me a new joke. So I started thinking about it. I'm like, start mumbling to myself, I'm not drunk. I have MS. And I start thinking like, yeah, so if I swerve into the next lane and run over your dog, it's not my fault. I've got MS. And by the way, please watch out because I have a human baby in this car. Like, you know, I'm thinking of all these things. And then I start thinking, wait a minute, now I have a different idea. And then I started thinking, and this is what I'm thinking now. I don't know if it works or not, but I was like, yeah, you know, like you ever see bumper stickers on a car and you can tell which political party they're affiliated with, even though the bumper stickers have nothing to do with politics. Like I see a bumper sticker on this pickup truck. It says, I like big guns and I cannot lie. Republican, right? And then I see this other bumper sticker on this other car and it says, I'm not drunk. I have MS. Democrat, obviously.
He said Democrat.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Democrat. And then, you know, and then go on about the baby on board thing. But like, I think that's how it evolves for me. Like you see something like that and it's like, this is ridiculous. This lady's that's the dumbest bumper sticker I've ever seen in my life. I'm not drunk. I've got MS. Like you should be driving, Karen.
Yeah, that's hilarious though.
Like,
I want one of those bumper stickers, and I'm gonna get drunk and drive. Like,
I have MS.
also, sir,
and I cannot do the alphabet backwards or forwards.
Yeah, I can't do that sober, so that's bullshit. I don't know how you do that.
I don't think anybody can. I don't know anybody that can do the alphabet backwards. You know, I mean,
Me either.
There's no way. You know,
that's what I said. I was like, I would have to go Z, Y, X, and then I have to, in my mind, go from A all the way up to X to remember what's after X. I don't even know if it's Z, Y, X. That was a straight guess. Look, see, you going from A,
X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, Z, X.
Yeah, see, yeah.
There's no way, dude. No.
See, you said X, Y, Z, then you said Z, X.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. Sir, you going to jail? Could you put your hands behind your back, please, sir?
Yeah. I've only had 3 bottles of wine. What are you talking about? That's Jesus juice. It's all good. It's Christian.
That's hilarious. Jesus said it was fine. It was water 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Exactly. Man, Jesus would be a good friend to have. Be like, Jesus, we out of wine again. They're all drunk. Yeah. Okay. I just the last time though, you know, this is last time, and I'm not washing your feet again. This is bullshit.
This is somebody did that too. I think it was like Eddie Griffin or something like that.
He
He
did
did a
something like
bit
that.
on Jesus be like, oh, they be like, oh, we out of liquor. He was like, Jesus come up, be like, "Ugh, the party continues.
Yeah. It's like you're just
I
using
was
me for
like,
my
hell no.
my abilities, my special abilities.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
That shit is hilarious though.
Like if I was Jesus's friend, I'd be like, listen, it's cool that you're healing all these lepers and shit, but since you're God now, I just wanted to ask, why are there lepers? Like, why does this disease exist? Can't you just be like, hey, no more leprosy?
You could do nothing from up there to prevent this.
Yeah. How about you tell everybody that they should start washing properly? That would probably save a lot of lives.
Soap and water does it for me, sir.
Yeah. Anyways, so you've been promoting the hell out of this. You got an awesome New Year's show coming up. I thought maybe you could let people know about that and like what's going on with that. And then I want to show you some fan art because I
Okay.
got some fan art for you.
For sure. Yeah, man. I got it's this New Year's Eve. It's coming up. It's 9 o'clock. It's at the E77 sports bar and restaurant in Midlothian. I don't even know if I said that. It sounds like some just put in E77 sports bar. It's a place in Illinois called Midlothian. It's on the south side. It's like 147th and Cicero
That
type
sounds
area.
very familiar.
Yeah,
That's like
it's out there by Alsip and stuff like that, right around Riddles. But
okay.
man, yeah, we having a comedy show, champagne roast toast at the end at 12 o'clock, and then we're gonna have a little after party, play some music, get our dance on, and just have some good fun, man. Bring in the new year right, like bring it in fun, everybody in a good mood, having some few drinks, and take y'all ass home, and hopefully the rest of the year go like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. That's awesome. And for so I've got the show coming up January 15th that you're on. And I'm wondering like for you put on a show is like how you went about it. Cause for me, like this is my first time doing it. And I just happen to know this guy who's got this great place. Like it's a really cool place. You're gonna love it. They treat everyone so awesome there. It looks amazing. And I was like, this is a perfect place for comedy. And so I was like, well, I got to get a headliner. And I know Joe Kagalin because every time I've done shows with Steve Byrne, he's friends with Steve and he was like the MC throughout the night.
Right.
So, and he headlines a lot in Chicago. I'm like, oh man. So I call him and he's like, yeah, I'll do it. And I was able to get him paid and everything. And then I was like, well, how do I want the rest of the show to go? And I'm like, well, I want comics that I hang out with and do comedy with. We're going to open up. And it'll be awesome. We're going to do 10 minutes, actually 10 to 12 minutes is what we're going to, whatever you want, 10 to 12 minutes. So that's kind of how I set it up was like the first one. I'm like, I know all these comics are going to deliver and it's going to be a fun time, but I'm assuming that's kind of how it goes with everybody. But I mean,
well, it depends. Like you said, you're doing it right though. Like you know somebody who could headline and things like that. It can go up there and do their thing. They proven. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? When I did my stuff, when I started producing my shows, I was the headliner
yeah,
because I was producing my show. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And I felt like I had the material to do it. Nobody wanted to give me a chance, so that was the reason why I started doing it.
yeah.
You know.
It's funny.
Sorry, I got a phone call again.
Oh, okay. It's funny is like
put it on airplane mode.
that's like exactly why I did it as well. But I'm like, listen, I don't want to MC this thing and I don't want to headline it. I just want to do 10, 12 minutes. But like I need someone to be a headliner. Like I didn't want a headline just
Right.
because I can do like probably 20 minutes that I feel good about, maybe more if I had to, but 20 that I feel good about. But like the headliner is going to do like 30, 40 minutes. Right. And so I'm not there yet, but I know I'll just do my 20s twice in a row.
But now that's funny.
Like
rewind. But no, that's good though. Like producing, like I'm not doing it for the headlining no more. You know what I'm saying? I just want to produce a good show.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
That's where I'm at. Like I started it just cause like I didn't even want a headline. I had material I needed to get off my chest,
Yeah,
and nobody was giving me a platform to do it. So
yeah,
I made my own platform. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I built my own platform. That's how I went about it. But it's become so much more. It's now I'm just into producing the show.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
I think it's awesome, man. It's that's the way to do it, man. You can,
that's
you
the
know,
best way to do it. Like even though it's not fucking the UIC pavilion or whatever, you know what I'm saying? There's small intimate clubs and most people like that anyway.
sorry, freaking little
No, it's
bug.
all right. Most people
Um,
like the small intimate shows better than going to fucking fill up uh a big ass arena and don't get a chance to actually meet the comedian that you're talking to. I mean, that
yeah,
you're paying to see.
my brother-in-law is taking his wife to see Sebastian this weekend at the United Center, and I'm sure it's going to be awesome. But like I don't like for me, it's like, man, I, going to see a comic I like at that place, it's just gonna be it'd be weird. Like, you know, like I was telling to someone this recently, like I don't even know if I'd want to see one of my favorite bands at the United Center. Cause like
Yeah,
they're just gonna be like this little on the stage. You might as well be at home watching on TV. You know,
right.
I like to see like I got to see Louis C.K. at the Chicago theater, and it was I was pretty close. I was surprised. I was kind of thinking like this is gonna be, you know, he's just gonna be like this little guy on a stage or whatever. But it still was pretty awesome, you know.
Right. I
He
went to go see Cat Williams in
yeah.
Tampa. That was far back, and you know he already little, so I'm pretty much watching it on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
What
I was
was it
like,
like?
shit.
Was it good?
He did his thing. He had Lunel, Mark Curry, and another dude open, but and Red Grant. But it was a good show. He did his thing.
That's got to be so hard with that many people.
It
Like
was awesome. Like, but the dude who opened low key, I was like, man, I would have fucked this shit up.
I know that's like, dude. I've been to a few big comic shows before, and sometimes I'm like, man, why do they got this? I don't even remember who the person is that opened. You know,
Yeah,
that's got to be a hard place, man. Like people are there to see, their favorite comic, and then this guy comes out and he just eats a bag of dicks for everybody. Like,
dude, they gave him a good 15 minutes too. He was up there for a good minute, and he was basically saying "fuck us" because he wasn't funny.
That's
Yeah,
hard, man. um, the only like I saw Chris D'Elia a couple years back at the Chicago Improv. It was pretty funny, and the Michael. Gosh, I'm blanking on his name right now. I'll have to look it up real quick so I can tell people. See, I'm blanking on his last name, but I remember his first name, and I started following him because he was so funny for an opener. His jokes were hilarious, man. Lenoci. Have you heard of that guy? Michael Lenoci.
he's from around here. I hope I didn't just say no, and then he sees this and be like, "Bitch, you know
No.
me."
He's like I think he's a California, like a comedy
Oh,
store
okay.
comic.
Okay.
But like he's one of the comics, like for opening for a big comic that I remember just because I'm like, dude, this guy had me laughing the whole time. He was hilarious. And yeah, but I remember I saw Tom Segura, which was amazing. And but the comic that opened for him, couldn't tell you who he was. Like,
Wow.
it was like,
Yeah.
I don't remember who in the world it was.
I had the opposite happen to me. Like, and I don't care. We can fight when I see him. Chris Tucker,
Yeah.
I want my money back.
Chris Tucker, you mean Chris Tucker?
That's serious. Like his opener, I believe
Jackie
it was
Chan,
DC Young Fly.
Rush Hour, Chris Tucker.
Yes.
You saw
Yes.
him, and he was terrible.
Live. The shit that the bullshit he got on Netflix right now.
Oh, I did
is
see that.
trash.
That is terrible. Yes.
I paid money to go see this
So that's what you saw was that set.
live. Oh my God, it was the
It's
worst
pretty.
shit.
It's
I
pretty bad.
believe it was DC Young Fly who opened up for him. He
How,
killed it.
dude? How does you know what? See, that's the thing that we could talk about for a minute. Is like there's certain comics that got, for example, Michael Che. I don't know if you saw his Netflix special that just came out.
Who was it again?
Michael Che. He's
Yeah.
his Netflix special came out like a couple weeks ago. I thought it was just terrible. It's like, first of
A
all,
lot of
he sits in the chair the entire time. He doesn't move. He just sits in the chair. He doesn't move. He sits there like he's bored. I'm like watching the whole thing. I'm like 30 minutes in, and I'm like, I don't think I really laughed once yet. And he's just sitting there like chilling, sitting in the chair. And then at the very end, he starts talking about like really sad, depressing things, and there's nothing funny about it. And he goes, "Oh man, I think I brought the whole room down. That's not really that funny. I can't end a special like that." Then he goes, he says one more small thing after that that gets a little laugh. Then he goes, "All right, that's it. Roll the credits. I'm done." That's how he ended his Netflix special.
wow.
It was terrible. Or
And
like,
you know what the crazy part about it is?
get
I
paid.
walked out on that. A friend of mine was watching it, and I lost interest in it. And everybody like, "Oh, he's better than Chappelle." I was like, "Where?
No,
How?"
dude. It was not funny. And he was getting all this hype and stuff. It was terrible. Same thing with Pete Davidson, who's getting all this. He's like got all the hype. But Pete Davidson came out with a Netflix thing like a couple years ago, and it is just dog shit.
Yeah.
It is not funny at all. Like, there's nothing funny about it.
I haven't even seen it. And
It's
that
terrible.
Michael Che shit is terrible because I watched a few minutes of it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "I don't like it." But I'm gonna go back and give it a second chance.
You want to know
because
what you should do? At least go to the very end of the Michael Che special, watch his last 5 minutes and how he ends it. I mean, I'm sure he's getting paid millions of dollars. This is how you respect the industry. It's the worst ending to any kind of special I've ever seen. It's like, that's just terrible. Like, you have no integrity. Like it wasn't funny. There's no joke. There's nothing. It's like,
Yeah, and you just like, yeah, fuck it, roll the credits. That's
yeah,
no,
dude,
that's disrespectful.
it just wasn't good. It was just like, what are we watching? I don't know. There's a few like that too. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Bert Kreischer's last one either. Like, I liked a couple of his other ones, but his last special, I think he's just rushing material out there. But that's my own opinion. But I mean, I think when you're getting a special on Netflix, you got to slay, man. You want to.
Yeah. Jay, my bad. I got a little emergency with my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay, no problem, man.
I'm back.
So, anyways, you want to see some fan work?
Yeah, for sure.
So let's take a look real quick.
I'm a fan too. Definitely. You made me a fan when I seen the ones. I've seen them before, like your Time or Mad TV ones.
Oh yeah, well, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, that was dope. That's nice right there.
So that
kind of looks like me.
Yeah, well, these are of you.
Nice.
Yeah, these are. So this is by Pablo Salas.
Nice.
And he's got this style. It's real like very like kind of thin line style. I like it because it's like he does it pretty quick, and he gets down, the character and the likeness pretty quick.
That's dope. And you know what's crazy about that one? Is Red Fox is actually one of my favorite comedians.
I wonder, did you have that on a sweatshirt, or did he just guess that?
No, he put that on there. My Facebook name used to be Fred G. Sanford. That's how much I love Red Fox.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
But I don't think he knew that.
Maybe he did some stalking.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
Shout out to who? Who is that again?
Pablo.
Shout out Pablo. That's dope right there. I like that.
And I'll send you these as well.
Cool.
Why isn't it going to the next one? Oh, here we go.
That's dope. I like that too.
So this is by Jacques Lemonnier, all the way from France.
Jacques. My bottom lip ain't that big, is it, Jacques? I like how he caught that little side tooth over there, my little canine over there. All right, Jacques, and my chain. I like that. And my little muscle. You see my muscle right there on my arm? Little forearm right there. That's
pretty funny. Here you go. This is by Mr. Ponce. I think another Frenchman.
I definitely like that one. That one got the color and it got my little nappy hair in the back.
I think this is the other one was the first one was I think a digital sketch. The second one was a pencil drawing, and this one I think this is gouache, which is like a watercolor, basically.
That's dope. I like that one. That's like a some shit you put on your wall.
Yeah. That's what's
That's hilarious.
This is by Dominic Zeilinger from Austria.
Hey, shout out Austria. That's dope as hell.
He always does like really interesting design and shapes, and I'm wondering, like, I like the head shape is hilarious.
It's the crooked chin for me. It looks like somebody knocked my shit off for talking crazy.
He keeps saying cracker all the time.
It's like his favorite word.
Yeah. This is by Paula Petlawani, and this is like paint. I think she works with gouache or acrylic or something.
That looked like some Picasso type shit.
Yeah, she's been doing she sends, some of these people send in every episode I do, but she does a lot of this kind of painting. So
that's dope. That looked nice. I like that.
And this is the last one. This is by Juan Gastelum from Mexico, and this guy always draws the craziest shit, man. you look like your body looks like a pickle, like
fucking plankton body, man. I am little though. That's hilarious. And my head big as hell.
What? I don't get what.
I'm like pretty sure that's plankton.
Plankton.
That's plankton's body from Sponge. You see the SpongeBob up top? On my hat.
Oh,
the little green guy that's always trying to. You got kids. I know you know the little green guy that's trying to steal the shit. The recipe with my head on it. That's fucking dope.
It's funny because I was trying to wonder what was coming out of your hat there, but that's like antenna or something.
That's his little fucking antennas and shit. That's dope. I like that.
That makes sense now. Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't catch on. I saw the SpongeBob, but I thought it just looked like like a pickle body or something.
That's hilarious. That's dope right there.
It's so funny.
And then they got a little plankton right there, or a little alien head.
Yeah, he always adds aliens to everything.
Yeah,
this guy.
My head looked like an alien head.
Wasn't it? Hold on a second. Stop this share. So, thank everybody for sending in the fan art. That's awesome. But wasn't it at one of the shows we're at? Someone was talking about nicknames, and their nickname was Peanut Head, and then you got up and you're like, "That's my nickname." Peanut Head.
That was
my name.
That was it wasn't Peanut Head, but it was Peanut. But I got a head shaped like a peanut. Yeah, he was like, yeah, they always. He's like, and them ghetto dudes or ghetto babies got names like Pookie and Peanut. I was like, wait a minute, my name is Peanut. What the? I'm not a ghetto baby.
I forget who said that.
It was Jonathan.
Oh, was it Jonathan? He's the one that said
that? I told him, I was like, African Americans from Africa is way more racist than white people. Like, y'all niggas be tripping.
That's hilarious, man. Oh, that's funny.
I guess y'all fault we over here now. Like, this is
just, oh man, that was pretty funny because I think you came up right after him, I think, and you're like, man, that's my nickname.
I've been called that since birth. That's because of my head shape, not because where I live, motherfucker.
Yeah, I still think one of the funniest things, one of the funniest things, I think it was like the first time I saw you when you're talking about your hairline, and when you took your hat off, dude, that is the funniest shit I've ever seen. I was laughing so hard because like the way that you set it up and everything. and then you take it off, and then when people start laughing, then you start getting mad at people laughing. And it's like,
And then now I go to the point to where I'd be like pointing out people like, you take your hat off. What the fuck
Yeah.
are you laughing at? Like,
Yeah.
you got a whole sunroof, sir.
Exactly. That's good, man. Well, it's about that time to wrap this up. So it's been awesome talking with you, man. This is so much fun.
Man, it definitely is.
Before we go, why don't you let people know like where they can find you, like on Instagram and all that kind of stuff, and everyone go follow him and support him. He's a hard working dude, man. He's out there pushing it, and comedy's hard. It's a lot of work. It's fun, but it's it's the real deal, so support him and follow what he's doing. And if you're in Chicago and have a chance to see him, you're not going to be sorry. And if you can make it, if you're in the Chicago area, both of us are going to be doing the show in January in Yorkville. I'm going to be posting more about that. It's going to be a fun show. It's a Breaking the Law comedy show at the law office. So everyone come support that, and follow Jeff's links, which he will share.
Stuff like this to make them think I'm young, but I'm not. Yeah, man. Follow me at comic justjeff. That's COMICJUSTJEFF, comic justjeff on Instagram, and you could follow my comedy page at Keep It Short and Funny everywhere: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Pornhub. Wait, not the Pornhub. I deleted that account. I deleted the Pornhub account. But Keep It Short and Funny is everywhere. Like,
Awesome.
Please check me out. Follow me. I do follow back. And y'all be safe out there. Come check out one of these shows. Definitely New Year's Eve. That's on my page. I got the show. What is it? January 15th in Yorkville. Yep. I got that on my page. Flyers for all my shows and everything, man. And much love. And any art y'all got, I definitely like it. And if it's good, if it's not, I'm just gonna scroll right past it.
As you should.
Right. If my jokes ain't funny, be like, you suck, Jeff.
Yeah.
I love this, man. I appreciate you having me on here, man. This has been a real good time, man.
Like, yeah, of course, man.
And it's even better because I know you in person too. So we always have conversations like this, and that's what's up, man. And yeah. I love what you do, your art, and like, man, that shit is dope. And to see like the response that people get just from your art is dope also. You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
it, man.
I got a lot of people like, hey man, I need a painting. Hey, he right there. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man.
For sure,
awesome.
Man. I appreciate that the artwork you did of me. I don't even want to call it a painting. It's artwork. That's artwork you did of me, man. I really appreciate that.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's awesome. It was fun to paint.
Man, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Like that shit, it made me feel like I'm doing the right thing. Like it's like another little memento. Yeah. Like you doing something right that you see me, and you like, oh man, I want you on my show, and I'm gonna paint some shit of you and have you on my podcast. I appreciate you 1,000%, bro.
Thanks, man. Likewise, man. I feel the same way, man. And everybody else, thank you so much for supporting the podcast. And remember, check out my Patreon now. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/Jason Seiler. You can support me there. And I offer videos of me painting every week. So if you want to watch me draw and paint, hang out with me, $5 a month, for like hours of painting every month. So check that out. And until next time, we'll see you around.
You want answers? The truth shall set you free. I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.